Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dylan Jaras and I have been on Etsy for about 6 years now. Today I'm going to talk to you about how we hit our first $1 million in sales on Etsy. So we hit this $1 million mark in the 4th year, so between year 4 and year 5 on Etsy. So in our first 5 months, we did $13,000 total. In our first calendar year, we did $112,000 in sales. The next year we did $245,000, and then the next year we did $302,000. Right after that year, we quickly hit the $1 million mark, and since then we've been doing between $300,000 to $400,000 a year on Etsy. So how do you get to that $1 million mark? If maybe you're starting, maybe you're not even at that point where you're having $13,000 in sales, in 5 months like we were when we started. I'm going to show you how to get started and how to scale to hit that $1 million mark. It's important that you know the backstory. I started my shop with one item. It was one listing of one item, and it was not even something that I was ready to sell to other people. It was made out of toothpicks and foam. This was not even something that I would ever be able to make for a customer and ship to them just as it was pictured. It ended up being something where when someone finally bought it, at that point, we had to figure out how to make it in a way that we could ship it. I soon found that my customer was going to be moms and brides. So my first tip is choose your customer before you choose your product. Now I had one listing up, so then I launched my second product, and this was a great add-on item because I found that many customers would end up buying both. So number 3, and this is what is going to make sure that even if you're selling $1 million on Etsy, you don't want to be making like $50,000. We want to focus on having a high profit margin. And the tip that I have here is to focus on customization. Customization is where the profit is. This will allow you to charge a premium for your items because you have some level of customization. Now, you don't need to go crazy here. You don't need to have every color under the rainbow. You don't need to have every single font option. It doesn't need to be 100 color options, but even offering 6 color options. Even if you don't offer customization, you might find that people are asking for it, and that's just another sign that people are willing to pay for it. And that's been key to having great margins in my business. The 4th thing that you are going to do to get to that $1 million on Etsy is to say yes to every request. I didn't say it was going to be easy to get to $1 million. I would say about 90% of the products are something that a customer has asked me to do that I didn't offer before. It's crazy how successful it has been for us. This is actually how we've made about $500,000 just on one type of item. I call it our cash cow item. It's a high order value item, and it has very high margins, and it is something that we own the market in on Etsy. We got into that category all because we said yes to a one-time request. A customer sent us a picture, said, "Can you make this? I saw it on Pinterest." We said yes, and boom, $500,000 on one product that we never would have tried if we hadn't said yes. The next important thing is that you are going to photograph every item that you make and make it into its own listing. Now, one time back in 2017, I took a great photo. At this point, that photo has made me $98,000 just because I thought to take the photo before I packaged it. Number 6 has to do with your titles. So even if you have 100 different listings, all of the same product, you are going to target different customers in different search terms with each listing. Each listing will target a different set of search terms. And that leads me into number 7. You are going to target the gift category with at least half of your listings. Remember, when people are paying for gifts, they're willing to sometimes pay a little bit more. Sometimes you have an idea in your mind about how much is a good amount to spend on a gift. A lot of times that's $50. A lot of times that's $100. It just depends on what the occasion is. So think about what kind of gifting situation the price point of your items might fall into. Teacher gifts, maybe that's like $30. A wedding gift, maybe that's $100. A birthday gift, maybe that's $50. A grandparent gift, maybe that's $75. Think about what people are willing to spend on each type of gift and target your listings towards gift giving. Now, number 8 is to try to offer at least one item in your shop that is a highly photographed gift. So something that customers are really excited to photograph. And whether it's a professional photo shoot type of photograph or just simply sharing it on their social media, this is a great item to try to have somewhere in your shop. We've gotten so many amazing professional photos in our listings just because we have highly photographed items. Of course, you're going to ask permission before you take their photo and make it into a listing, but more often than not, they're going to be flattered that you even asked. Now, number 9, something really important in getting to that $1 million on Etsy level is to keep your cash flow really healthy. And I found that a key to doing this is not having too much inventory. And by keeping things made to order, you keep your sell-through and your turn really, really healthy. And why is that important? Because it allows you to invest in the right inventory at the right time. If you spent $5,000 of inventory on something that's not moving very quickly, it might take you a year to sell. Just think about if you had only invested $500 and that left you $4,500 to invest into different products, things that might be more in demand or move faster. Now, my last tip to getting your sales to that $1 million level is to not rely on Etsy for driving all the traffic to your shop. I highly, highly recommend that you take the time to invest in driving your own traffic. Now, this can be really, really scrappy. I can tell you when I started driving traffic to our shop, I did it with Facebook. Other ways to drive your own traffic, of course, would be Instagram. You could also do TikTok and Pinterest. So at one point, our Pinterest was getting over 900,000 views per month. So you are going to drive a lot of traffic to your own shop. You don't ever need to run Facebook ads. You don't ever need to do your own advertising. But these simple things are free. They take just a little bit of time, 5 minutes a day. It's well worth it. The key here in driving traffic to your shop is to be consistent. So do 5 minutes a day, every day. Just build it into your workday. So all of those tactics have helped us get to that $1 million mark on Etsy just after the 4th year. I highly recommend looking into these, and also follow us on Instagram at Dylan Jarvis for more tips and tactics that actually work. And we also oftentimes share our daily sales over there too. So you can kind of see how these tactics are working for us on a current, up-to-date daily basis.